Ladies, I know
30 minutes of friends talk about everything that matters to women. Welcome to the lounge.
I noticed that I usually don't need to reapply. So I know that there's tips and tricks we all have to kind of make sure our lipstick lasts. What do you do for that?
Honestly, I don't do anything because I don't even know the tricks or the tips or anything. I always have everything with me ready because like I love reapplying like the lip gloss. I'm a lip gloss girl, but I've realized because of how much like I want it to be shiny, you need to reapply. So you need to get lip glosses that tend to last forever. There's some products that they made nowadays where when you apply the lip gloss, it just lasts for a really long time. So even when you drink something, it doesn't even smudge or anything, which is revolutionary for me.
Indeed.
But I haven't tried it yet. I should give it a go. Let's just pray for it.
Yeah, well, to be honest, talking about that makes me think and reminds me of my aunt. Like she's the one of my aunties who are very obsessed with makeup. And I remember back in the days, what she used to do is she used to apply the lipstick and then brings the tissue and then she prints on top of it, and then there's the gloss again, and then she puts the print on top of it, and then you know what, she says that it lasts for a very long time because you take and remove all of the
moisture.
Yes, exactly. So therefore, you'll be having a long-lasting lipsticks. So I remember that was back in the days when she used to do it, and I remember I used to do it as well. And it used to say a lot when it comes into that, until I discovered the long-lasting lipsticks.
Right.
And that's it. And what's really quite interesting is that there's now even the shimmery ones, the ones that has a little bit of a gloss, but you don't tend to feel the gloss, because I'm a person who doesn't love any glossy thing. Yes, matte shimmery thing.
Definitely. I know Hiba's lipstick will not move no matter what she does because she uses like, you know, the matte liquid lips. On the other hand, I cannot stand those lipsticks because I have like really dry lips. So I need to stick to like the bullet lipstick, you know, the normal lipstick.
And I love them though. They're gorgeous.
And I'm into the glossy finish. That's the problem. That's what kind of creates issues for me. But let's say the days I used to wear like matte red lipstick, I would apply my lipstick. I'd do Hiba's auntie's trick, which is the tissue to pat. And then I would simply apply like loose powder, like translucent loose powder on top. And it's like zero transfer. It stays forever unless I wash it off. But now, honestly, with the gloss, it's bound to move, you know?
Just enjoy it. It is so nice just to reapply like the whole time. For me, I'm like, I think it's a power move for myself. But then like the whole like tissue thing, my mom used to do it.
Really?
And I swear, and I thought like only adults do it. And I was waiting for the day that I'd be older for me to use that move because I thought I was like a whole lot of woman if I didn't.
Well, now you can use it because
I do it. And I just it feels like nothing. I swear, I just do it. I'm like, okay, thank you very much.
Well, to be honest, one of the really things that I love when it comes into my matte lipstick is when my daughters find them out. They be like reapplying all over the time. When you're a mom, you're very terrified when it comes into your, let's say, couch, anything that they could actually kiss, even the walls. So I'm a mother who never had any kind of a problem when it comes into giving that kind of prints of your lips, whether on the fabric or whether it's on the wall, because my lipsticks are matte. Even when I was coming out, my daughter was like, I want to kiss you, let me kiss you here and there. And I was like, yeah, you sure you can kiss me wherever you want, just let me go. So when she was doing that, none of the prints were there. So to me, that's one of the reasons also why I love matte lipsticks, because I'm not going to actually end up screaming.
I feel like you are safe now because I remember when I used to steal my mom's lipsticks, it was a disaster. It's on the clothes, it's on the furniture, it's even on the walls, as you mentioned. I think your daughters and I are at the same level of naughty, so I know exactly what happens in your household. But the matte lipsticks for you are a lifesaver for work and also for, you know, the children at home. Definitely.
For me, it's a no-no. I cannot stand a matte lipstick, but it looks amazing on you.
Thank you.
Honestly, I feel like it depends on the person. For me, I cannot stand it because it does feel like weird. It feels so dry on the lips, and it's just like it gets choppy. Does it get it gets choppy a little bit. So how do you like manage that?
I'm used to it. Like I never feel, maybe because you feel, or you tend to feel like, you know what, I'm relaxed with it, so I'm going to adapt no matter how dry it goes. As long as you love it, you're just gonna stay with it. So how about we take this quick break and then we'll be back.
So one of the things that I've been looking into is being the main character. I think you've seen the aesthetic on like social media and everything. I personally believe this aesthetic really helped me so much to like grow as the person that I am. I think every single girl should look it up. And it's all about owning yourself, you know, speaking your truth, learning how to be confident, learning how to like dress for your own like body type, learning how to take care of yourself. So what do you think about this, girls?
I love it because you can be as confident as you want to be, as authentic as you want to be, and not have to apologize about it. So I honestly really love it. Whenever I'm not in my it girl era, I try to pull myself back into that vibe, into that era. And I feel like it's a whole package.
Yeah.
Like you kind of need to take care of yourself, you know, have your hair up to the standards you like, you know, your makeup up to the standards you like. Also have the closet that you prefer and own it, honestly. So I love that.
Yeah.
I feel like for a while I kind of tapped out of that for a few months and I got into a very casual, very lazy era of my life. And I definitely want to go back into the it girl world for sure.
Well, to me, I think it wasn't there. People weren't, let's say, emphasized on it. Like even when it comes into having your kids and trying to, let's say, let them all grow, that kind of concept wasn't there. It's always been, it's either you do this or you're never gonna get this. If you don't work hard, you're gonna don't reach to your own, let's say, dreams and achievements and so. So to me, I feel it's very important to always emphasize on that. Like what I do with my kids is always, especially if we're talking about a certain matter, like if Maria is talking about her own issue, so I always elaborate that, you know what, it's your life, you're the main character here and things there, so they actually grow with it. But when it comes into me, I'll be like, it's my life now, I'm the main character, I'm the villain in your story, so live with it, you know.
Yeah.
It's my time now.
I love that.
But what I really emphasize on is, yes, you do have to have your own time. You have to be that kind of main character as well. Present yourself. Never feel really down because of what's happening and what people are actually doing. I mean, if a door is actually closed when it comes into certain matters, just go for another, because this is what it comes into developing your sense and developing your feeling and what you want to be. Never go and feel down towards any kind of situation. Be that kind of character. And having that said, a lot of people now are actually coaching that thing, because as I said, we've been growing on a certain standards that we don't have to center or, let's say, keep ourselves in priority, always be the second choice for anything you want to do in life. So yeah, I do believe it's very important to emphasize on it, to think about it that way. It's not selfish, but it's good to do it in that way.
Yeah,
I definitely agree with that. A lot of women feel like it's selfish, especially when it comes to their family and kids and everything, if they are the main character or take extra care of themselves. But it's definitely not, because as women, even when we're taking care of ourselves, we are like taking care of another 100 things, no matter what it is. So we're always juggling everything in the world, you know, at the same time. So I feel like you are able to be the main character and also care for your family.
Yeah. The thing is about this aesthetic, generally speaking, I think it's really empowering and beautiful, but at the same time, if you don't know how to balance it, it can also be exhausting.
Yeah.
Because you think you're like the hero.
Right.
You're like the superwoman, you got this, and you always got to be put together, but sometimes it's okay to like fall apart a little bit.
Yeah,
it's okay to be lazy. Exactly. I love a lazy look. Let's be honest, I just love looking homeless sometimes in the street. Yeah. One for my life. No, honestly, sometimes you need it. It's refreshing. So a balance is very important, but not to go all out. And I don't know, I think it's just so powerful. And the thing is, if you don't have anyone or you don't understand what it is, you can always look it up.
Yeah.
You can always, for me, I've always listened to podcasts, and there's so much. It's a new era where people actually talk about these things, because you generally don't want to be like less of a priority in your own life. So listening to podcasts with like that kind of topics would really help out. And also try new things, like, girl, put yourself out there.
So
figure things out. Yeah.
So true. I feel like we could get stuck in our ways a lot and our old habits when it comes to our personality, things we do in life, activities, or even the things we buy, for example, for our clothes and hair and makeup. So we can always try new things, Hiba.
Yes, and it's very great to always do that. And again, you know, we are here trying to reach that kind of awareness about ourselves, trying to discover ourselves in a new, let's say, perspective, not always being neglected in a way. I mean, talking about podcasts, like this is the thing that I didn't actually start, whether hearing or trying to actually watch also in a sense, because I feel like I don't have really that time, but yet it's more of a something that you could actually enjoy exploring and hearing people out. You never know, once you hear something that's associated or related to you, could really help you ease in the way as well. So how about we take this quick break?
So ladies, you know, I'm an oversized kind of girl. I like oversized blazers, oversized everything. So most of my sleeves are always like this, and I scrunch them up. But there's so many different types of statement sleeves. So apparently there's balloon sleeves, and then another few, right? Like bell, balloon.
Yeah.
How do you feel about those?
I hate a couple of them. We love the, what is it? Like I call one of them a Victorian sleeve.
Right.
Because it's easier for me to like manage and like comprehend.
Well, I don't feel like there is any kind of, let's say, mistake when it comes into addressing a certain sleeve. It depends on you. Like, I'm the person. Like, what do I see? This is a Victorian.
Yeah, of course, you like to wear whatever you want, which is good for you. I personally hate most of them, except the Victorian one. I think it's beautiful. It's so put together. It's chic, and it's really elegant. And for me, I cannot wear it anywhere. I like, it depends on where you're going. So if I'm going to like somewhere formal or like a formal setting, if I'm visiting someone, I'm trying to like impress and look good, I will wear that. I'm trying to make a statement for the world to know that I am that girl. You know what I mean? I'm trying to look good. And like, if I'm going anywhere else, I don't really care much. But that, it's for you to make a real statement, telling the world that you are that girl.
I agree with you.
I agree with you on that. But recently I've been checking the closet, trying to actually clean it all up.
Let's not talk about that. It's sad. It's sad.
Having that said, I reached to a point where I discovered that I was in a certain timeline where I used to wear a very puff sleeve, but they're not long, but they're short.
Girl.
So they're like short puffed sleeves.
But that gives so much width.
Yeah, like, can you imagine how very petite I was at that time? That's why I needed these puffy ones. So today I was like trying to wear them on, trying to see like what was going with me at that time, and it was disaster.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Like, I was just trying the one arm sleeve, and I was like, you know what, I'll just toss it out. I don't need to see
you don't want to disrespect yourself.
So I mean, having that said, it was more of a time that it was very trendy when it comes into having a short puffed sleeve. And then not only the sleeves, but it was a puffy sleeve with even the what did they call it, the knot, the
collar.
Yes, the collar. It was also in a way that was really cut. So many things are going.
I love them.
Yeah, but with the puffy sleeve, it was a disaster. So I was like, you know what? You cannot never mix both of them together in a one style. It will be very, let's say, catastrophic. But then again, talking about them, to me, I feel it depends on the occasion. If I'm wearing it for something very fancy, yes, then I would actually take them in consideration to wear such sleeves. But with my size and with my overweight size,
you know, we need to keep it as straight cut as possible. I have realized that lately with my life. But honestly, if it's going to be, let's say, Belle, Victorian, whatever we're deciding to call it, it better be long. You know, it better be.
I'm telling you, the whole short
It cannot be here. It cannot be short. It cannot be doing any of that. It needs to be really long, because I feel like that's the only way. It's not going to, you know, add 3 meters to your width and make you look really.
It's just, it looks weird. You know what I mean? Like, why are you doing that? I just don't like it personally.
Especially if it's like poplin, like, you know, like very sturdy material and the puff is puffing. You know, I have a dress that's soft linen, so you can't really tell that it's a puff sleeve or a bell sleeve, and it just kind of flows, like it works, if you know what I mean. But that same dress in another material would have been a disaster.
I just don't know how to accept it. But here's the thing, for me, I like long sleeves or make them short.
Right.
But the length, you can play with it. If you want a short, if you want a mid, if you want to do whatever you want, I don't really care about the length. But like the sleeves, it's just, I have a problem with it. And that's why I'm like, I stick to long, because it gives this elegance to it. Or just go with a shorter one. It gives a really nice, like loose, chill. And I love that kind of balance. But like the mid ones, I just don't know how
it doesn't work for me.
It makes me feel weird. And it doesn't work even if you're But it works on shorter people though. Not thinking about it.
Yeah. I think so.
I'll take it back. I'll let it slide. I'll let it slide. For like shorter girls or like petite ones, it works.
Let's agree that it's not for us.
It's not.
None of us are gonna show up one day wearing it.
No.
But we can accept it on other people if it works for
Yes,
them.
because I'm gonna look like a character. I don't want to name it even because you're gonna laugh at me.
I know.
But because it's gonna look like a ball.
I think
I'm gonna look like the chipmunk from Elvin and
I took for myself photos of them. When I look back into the pictures, I'm like, how did I master it? Like, I feel really sad because with all of the weight, like, I would really agree with you. If I didn't have that kind of experience, that it really good. It looks really good in a certain way. But I would tell you like how it was very beautifully set because of the style, because of the hair, because of the makeup. Like when you're wearing these puffy things, you're supposed to have more of a slick ponytail hair that actually match. And yet again, I agree with you. It depends with you also, Rita. I would agree to an extent that it is really good with other people as well. With that being said, how about we take this quick break?
So one of the things that I love in the summer is actually nail art. I know everyone is excited for tanning, as some of us, but me personally, I love the nail art. It is so beautiful. And you talk about first thing first, the base is amazing. You're going with like light colors like baby blue, you got like white, all kind of cream colors, but then also the nail art. I just saw like a flower, the sunflower nails, and it was cute. So gorgeous. And then you also we were talking about like the seashells.
I know.
Like we were going with like full beach aesthetics, and like you got little pearls now, and I'm just crying myself to sleep every night because it's so gorgeous.
I agree. The thing is, ladies, I know we have established I have commitment issues when it comes to things in life. So that's why I'm not able to do like gel polish, because do you really think I can stick to something? You know what? If it's normal polish, I could stick to it. But as soon as I know I can't remove it, I start having commitment issues. And I want it off instantly, right? So I really want to do the nail art. And usually the nail art is more permanent, you know, but I am seeing the starfish, the shells, and they're like 3D and they're gorgeous. And they're my favorite color, which is this baby lime yellow, which I love. And I usually have on my nails all summer long. So I don't know. I might show up with like a permanent nail design at any point, but
I'm gonna scream if you did, because it's not who you are.
I know.
But the summer vibes are different.
Summer vibes are summer vibing.
Exactly.
And also the 3D art now, that's really into the hub itself, where you could actually see, as you just mentioned, a lot of now salon are actually promoting for it. And yet again, there's also let's say the artificial nails with the art itself that being actually sold online within the same exact as a seashell, pearly, that kind of sense of vibe. Because for the ones who don't really want to actually take the risk, or they don't feel very, let's say, committed towards the nail art, they could actually buy the artificial ones, just add them towards your nails and enjoy the moment, and then you can remove them very easily. And there is actually that kind of very strong yet very friendly glue that you actually add. It's more of a sticker than actually the permanent one. And I remember there's an anchor with me in KTV too. She applies the sticker, and then she applies the glue on the artificial nail, and then she applies it on her finger, on her nails. So it lasts and it stays long, and it could be, let's say, adapted towards heavy duty. But yet when she removes them, she just removes them very easily.
That's
so it's like very
so
nice. I'll be scared. I had my cousin. I remember I saw. Oh my god, she had some like fake nails, like you know the sticker ones.
The ones you can't trust.
I swear. And she was walking around the mall. She was like, "Oh my god, yeah!" And then out of nowhere, there's no nail. And then finger. And then I was like, "Where's your nail?" She's like, "I don't know where it's from." I don't know where it's from. And then she looked for the other one, and then we were talking, and then the other one is gone. And then she ended up with like 3 nails, like literally that's it. The rest, there's nothing.
You need to excuse yourself and peel all the other stuff.
You know, do that.
That is so true, but like that's like my biggest fear, but that's so smart.
Yeah, I remember when it comes into such fear, my aunt used to do that. Is like she would remove all of the most let's say important thing, having makeup and stuff, but she would bring with her the extra bag of nails and with the glue. If one of them falls, she doesn't care, takes another one and applies it. She's like, you know what, no one will ever know.
Like no one will
like,
stop
oh my
me.
God.
That's another level of being prepared,
No one will
honestly.
stop me. You know what I also love? Like the what is it? The mermaid cat eye.
Yes, it's gorgeous.
Like also the chrome one.
Yeah.
I can't. Whenever I see it, my eyes tear up because it's so gorgeous.
Like we want
I
to.
can feel the emotions through the screen, and it's
Honestly,
just like,
I feel like there's a first time for everything, and you and I need to do like a nails date where we actually get something that we will commit to.
I don't think you will commit to
I
it.
doubt that I will.
I don't think
Honestly,
so.
but I feel like let's try. Like
I
at least
should.
stepping foot in the sun.
We should, you know what? I will
Yeah.
give it a go. I will try it out just for the sake of it. I don't think I'm going to last a month. But how about this? We go for a quick break and we'll be right back.
So there's this whole trend lately of hair accessories, which I love. I love hair accessories, although I don't use the trending ones. But what's trending now is like claw clips, specific ones, especially Hiba, and headbands. So unfortunately, my forehead is not that cute for a headband. So I really want to go there, but I can't. It's not cute. But how do you feel about the claw clips, for example?
I think it's been there since forever. You know what I mean? I've seen my mom wear it. I've seen my grandma wear it. I've seen myself wear it. It's just, I think it's the norm. But whatever they're doing right now is just excessive. It's so extra for no reason. But again, I'm here for self-expression. If you want to go for it, enjoy it. But don't be forcing people into it. Don't be telling me this is not cute. Don't be wearing it, whatever. I hate that. Do not force your opinion that you have to have your pearls on it. You got to have your name on it, something, some brand on it.
It's a whole thing.
Don't tell me that.
It's a whole thing. It's not just a claw clip. You know, it needs to be from certain athleisure brands. Or have your name.
I think it's Pilates girlies so like started this.
It is.
Well, to be honest, I remember I went to an exhibition and there was a whole booth only about that kind of, let's say, trend. And I remember I was standing in a line unconsciously. It wasn't for me, it was for my cousin.
Yeah.
And she's a 2005 girl, so you can imagine. So I'm like standing with her in a way, feeling that kind of gap, trying to follow up. And then suddenly I was looking at her purchasing that kind of clip. And I was like, oh my God, I remember these. Like, are they in the trend in a way? And then she showed me with her, it was about her name or a star sign, something that she actually bought. And she was very happy about it. And I was like, how much did you pay for it? And it wasn't that much. I think it was for 3 or 2 KD, but I was like, come on.
I was expecting 15 or 10.
No, it was like for 3 or 2, or maybe 5, but it was in between 2 and 5. And I was like, are you for real? Like, with this kind of money, I can buy you a whole set.
So true.
Different kind of colors and shapes. And she was like, yeah, it's because of the trend. Everyone is actually, and I was like, when did this happen? When did this became more of a trend? As you just said, a certain brand that's starting to provoke it and everyone's like into it.
Pilates girlies. I'm
yeah.
telling you, because even like the bands, I love them. I feel like I don't like people when they restrict it into like an era. It's been there since forever.
That's right.
Now it's a trend. I think it's cute. I love it. But why you're forcing the aesthetic? Like they would look at you different if you're not confirming towards the aesthetic, which what I don't like. Again, if you want to wear it. I like scrunchies. They're so cute. They're the cutest thing ever. You know, I like even like the ribbons.
I agree.
I think they're so beautiful. And there's this sense of like youthful, like girly feel to it, and I love it. But again, why you're like forcing it? If it's not a trend, they would laugh at you.
That's so true. If you are just wearing a headband in like the old normal way or a claw clip in the old normal way,
you're gone.
You shouldn't be wearing it.
That's true.
It needs to be done in this Pilates girl core vibe. You know, it's like some sort of pastel.
Girl, that's a lot of work.
Exactly. It's so much work for me.
And it's a lot of money.
Stick to my rocker girl vibe hair accessories.
You do give that vibe.
That's the vibe I like. I like, you know, the vintage, you know, hairpins that are gold, like brushed gold with a lot of drama. Or, you know, when you use just the normal head pins and you stack them all up. I'm into that life. You know, I'm not into the soft pastel life. So I'm going to stick to that, honestly.
I mean, it's more of kind of a statement that people are actually starting to raise, where they want to feel more of we belong to a certain, especially within the time itself. A lot of us, as we just said, talking about the age gap, you always feel like, you know what, I'm still young, I can fit in, I can just, let's say, wear the headband or the coat clip and just enjoy the time, and no one will actually notice that I am more of a millennium entering Gen Z area. But yet again, I mean, it's a statement. Like, to me, I would always say, let the generation live their own trends. You stick to your own trends. Just enjoy everything.
So true. We became the ones who like starts complaining. I can't believe I am that person now.
No.
I just realized
I feel like we're turning into our mothers the older we're getting, and I'm not ready for that.
No, but you know what? I just love complaining, so might as well.
Might as well. Honestly, take the chance. Take the chance.
But you're 100% right. You know what? People need to live their generation. They need to live their life. And I think I need to live mine. So I'm forcing my sister to do so. I'm not doing anything. I'm just chilling, but I'm going to let her do that.
Yeah. My sister is completely different than I am, the complete opposite. So she is living that life, and I'm happy for her. I'm clapping, and I'll help her shop for it one day. Well, ladies, we've been talking a lot. Let's take a quick break.
So when it comes into makeup, it's very important to always choose the makeup that you really like. For me, it's always a matte makeup. It's never a dewy makeup. I don't like that kind of sense of makeup. So having that, it's very challenging for me, especially when it comes to certain occasion, to always change the look. Everyone tells me try to add some things that it's not really actually that you're familiar with. Get out of your comfort zone. So I remember once I went to a salon and she was like forcing me to either wear contact lenses so that the makeup glow, and I'm like, no, I'll be glowing the makeup. It's not the contact lenses. And then when it comes into adding all of the stuff that could get it over the kind of matte let's say concept, and I'll be always, if no one changes it, I'll go home and just pat it all up, and then that's it. It's gonna come back towards matte. So how do you feel about it? Like, what kind of sense of makeup you're really into and you really like?
Okay, at work I'm a matte girl kind of makeup girl because I don't have any other options, you know. I hate having to powder all the time, like between takes and all of that. So I know leaving my house, even if I didn't bring one item of makeup with me, that my makeup is gonna stand throughout like 6, 7, 8 hours of filming. I don't need to touch up. I'm good to go. I just have my makeup with me as an emergency because you never know what could happen. But to be completely honest, my heart desires a dewy look. Yeah. In real life, I always want to do a dewy look. I want to forego the loose powder and mattifying my face. But I also like to be comfortable. And with dewy makeup, you cannot be comfortable because, you know, if I'm deciding to get cozy, I'm going to worry that I'm going to transfer on the furniture. If I touch my face, which I do a lot, I'm going to worry because then you're going to have makeup on my hand and no makeup on my face. Yeah. Right? So throughout the years, I have learned a few things that are kind of getting me to my dewy life, but also keeping it matte, keeping it non-transferable. So what I've been doing is doing my makeup as usual. If I'm not coming to work, I would use loose powder, but very minimal, like just to get me through. And then I would start using products to highlight. So either like a liquid highlighter on top of the powder or normal highlighter, then a lot of setting spray, not the ones that set and mattify, the ones that really, you know, mix everything together and give you this wet look to your face. And it's been working. So, you know, makeup staying on. I'm also shiny in all the right places. We're good to go.
I love that. I love a good, I like to look like a glazed donut.
Yeah, we love that.
I want to look oily. I want, when people look at me, they think that I'm really hydrated, but it's just like the cream. You know what I mean? Doing a great job for me. Yeah. Honestly, that's the reason why I never use like a foundation, but then I found a good foundation that actually gives you this like really glazed, beautiful look. And again, I like, for me, it's a good base. Just stick to a good base, hydrate, moisturize. Definitely. And then you will have like a healthy base. But other than that, how about we end this for tonight?